Okay, there we go. One moment. Hello. Hi everyone. I hope you're all okay. Yes, a slight goof in the title of the prior stream. Turns out that I typed Thursday, no stream, when it was actually Wednesday. It was yesterday. That's when the eclipse was. So, whoops. I didn't notice that for like 12 to 15 hours. Oh dear. Anyway, hi, welcome. No, I hope everyone's okay. It is quite warm here in the UK. I took Lulu for a walkies, but really it was too much. It was scorchingly hot, and even on the pavement, I put my hand down on the pavement at around, I think it was like 9:30, and it was just like, oh my god, it's so hot. So we went to find some shade, and we just sat there for a bit, and then we just came home. Basically, it was too warm, just too warm. It's not helped by the fact that it barely feels like there's any breeze, so it's just like hanging there. Yeah. How was the eclipse? Exciting, Duquette? Yes, it was very exciting. So, yes, for those who are not familiar, for those who are listening either after today, or for those who are in different parts of the world, we had a partial eclipse in the UK. The actual shadow was out in the Atlantic, unfortunately. So the actual umbra, is that the term? So the actual thing wasn't hitting the UK directly, but for people in Spain and for people in, I think, Iceland, apparently it was one hell of a show. But regardless, we did get one hell of a show. I mean, we didn't get the full total eclipse, but it was still amazing. Let me show you this. Hang on. So, hang on, put this here. I took the telescope. So while most people had the little glasses things, I managed to get my Dobsonian telescope over at my mum's, where I set it up in her garden, you see. Hang on a minute, we have a guest. Hi, gorgeous. Hi. Are you being cute? Yes. Yeah, she's a bit warm, hot and bothered. Yes, you are. You're hot and bothered. Hang on a minute. Oh, it was cloudy, says Sut, so you didn't see much. Oh, that's a real shame. Bugger. Yeah, but so we got the telescope over at my mum's, and we had a bit of a telescope. Well, we had an eclipse party. For my brother came round with his wife and his kids, and they brought one of their friends, and so we all gathered in the garden for the start of the eclipse, and we were able to use the Dobsonian. For those who are not familiar, a Dobsonian is a very basic telescope. It looks big and pricey, but it's actually very, very basic. It is literally just an open bucket. It's an aluminium bucket, and at the base of it, at the tail end of it, it's a big mirror. So it's an 8-inch diameter Dobsonian. So it's just sitting on a basic lazy Susan base there. It just spins on a wooden base. So it's not very it's not a very expensive or complicated telescope. Regardless, we were able to see quite a lot using the lenses mounted in the viewfinder there. Hang on a minute. We were able to see this, and granted, the pictures that I'm taking from my phone are not going to be as good as those from the eye, but we could see the sun very clearly through the filter. We could see sunspots on the surface of the sun. Those tiny little black specks were showing amazingly. We could see the tiny little sunspots in the photosphere of the sun. And we could see this gradual creeping shadow start to overtake the sunspots and gradually creep across the entire sun's surface. The kids loved it. I was the cool uncle that day with the cool telescope. Hang on a minute. Go over here. So yeah, it's a big telescope, big mirror at the bottom, and we were able to see a crazy amount of detail on the sun. It was still too bright to see the the corona of the sun, the wispy outer edge of it. But nevertheless, we could see the photosphere, so we could see all the sunspots on it, and it was really quite amazing. Hang on a minute. Yeah, so here's another shot of it. So it's going further. But yeah, so the coolest thing is that we could see all the sunspots and all the fine details, all the swirliness on the photosphere of the sun. Did I check out last night's meteor shower? Only briefly explosive. I was quite tired, to be honest, after a long day. Surprised it doesn't hurt to see from the telescope. Not at all, lol Pedro. The front of the telescope, as you can see there, has a solar filter. So it has a special glass and aluminium solar filter with a coating on the back, which blocks about 99.9% of the sun's energy, the sun's light. So you could see it just like a pair of eclipse glasses, essentially, as like a misty, dull shape through the lens, which of course changes dramatically under magnification. So we got one of these, and over time, as the eclipse went on, so again, my camera doesn't take very good pictures through this. But yeah, we could see it was really quite spectacular. Just the level of detail that we could see as the eclipse came in. As it got lower on the horizon, of course, we got quite a lot of atmospheric wobble. So it was quite hard to make out the details as the evening went on. But yeah, we saw a spectacular show, frankly. As we watched the eclipse come, we watched the moon go all the way to about 90%, and just watching this eerie twilight descend on the entire city. It was really quite cool. It wasn't even like dawn or daylight sort of twilight. It wasn't that sort of. It was almost like a horror film. You know, that sort of like muted light that you get straight out of a horror film. It felt like artificial lighting. How do you transport the telescope? It literally has. Hang on a minute. So if you look over here, the base, so the front of the wooden base has a little wooden handle. You just lift it up and carry it, and the telescope itself has a little plastic handle. You literally scoop it up like a briefcase. So lift it up, and it just detaches immediately from the base. A Dobsonian telescope is very, very simple, mechanically simple. Doesn't have a lot of parts that you need to calibrate or whatever. So you pick it up, put it down. I can be looking at the stars in under a minute, frankly. It's very, it's cool like that. I mean, I wish my car boot was a little bit bigger. It's a bit awkward to get it in and out of the boot. But they come smaller as well. I mean, this is an 8-inch diameter. They come in 6 inches, 4 inches. They go bigger, I'm told, according to YouTube guides. They go massive, in fact. People have like huge hobbies where they just make their own Dobsonian, because all it requires is a large mirror, and they're not expensive. Big mirrors are not, they're very inexpensive to produce. So you can do the rest yourself with literally cardboard. How much coverage did we get over here, says Raymond? You got 92% coverage in Paris. Nice. I think we got very similar. So we got around 90% coverage. The further west in England you were, the better the coverage. But, thank you, Hedge Knight. Also, one moment. Sorry, I took off my headset for a minute there because I heard ringing, and I thought it was my headset. It's just my ears. My ears are ringing. Hooray! Yes, unfortunately, you get the light pollution in the centre of the city where I am is pretty bad, so I have to drive the telescope out further and try to avoid the dogging sites in the south of England. Yes, that's the thing. Anyway, so a big Dobsonian. So, we got to see the lovely, lovely sights of the eclipse. It was really quite spectacular. Everyone was sort of wowed by it. The kids in particular, so my brother's kids and his friend, they were fascinated. You can see the little cogs in their brains. I was sort of explaining the sun in basic sort of to a 7-year-old, trying to explain what it is. And and then lastly, so as I was doing this, folks, I had over my head my black jumper. I actually wore it before in the face reveal. It's that same jumper. I was putting it on my shoulders, you see, because it's just dark black, jet black. And each time I went to lean in on the telescope, I would sort of lift it over my head like a sheet, and then look down the viewfinder to block out all of the other sources of light. And of course, my mum took a moment to snap a picture of me sitting at the telescope, looking up to answer a question with it still over my head, looking like I'm about to chase Frodo in the One Ring with the rest of the fucking riders of what are they called? The Ring Wraith dudes. Yes, so there I am doing my best impression of a Nazgul. So like every time someone sat on the telescope, next to the telescope, they would put that on their head and just, put their eyes through the viewfinder. It was good. It was good. But so no, it was very nice. It was very special. It was a very special evening, frankly, because we get to see an amazing eclipse. We had pizzas and it's good. It's all good. Hey, sweetie. Yeah, hang on. Hi, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. Yeah, you cute. Yes, you are. You were licking my leg throughout the entire thing. Yes, you were licking my leg. So she got some attention and cuddles as well. She was losing some attention to the telescope. She was like, "Why are you staring at that tube? Give me rubs." She was like, "Yes, She demands pets. Yeah, she's fine. She's all good. Indeed, I heard, Natarak. Yes. Who's a good puppy? Yay. Right, I'm going to leave her alone. She'll settle down. Okay, right, let's get into RimWorld then. So, hang on. Let's go here, load the colony. I know, I love you too. I know, I do love you. Right. Yep, streamer royalty, yeah, that she is. Okay, so, whoop, whoop, there we go. So welcome back, everyone. Oh, sorry, one more thing before I begin. I'm working on Valheim Bullshittery on its 4th week of work. I'm currently animating it. It's going very well. I have completed a draft version, which you can find up on Patreon, or in the Discord group below if you're a Twitch subscriber. The draft version has no text and animation, but it is the final Bullshittery, the Valheim Bullshittery, at 35 minutes. So I'm now going through the animation process, so if you can't wait, there it is, but if you do want to wait, I'll give you the animated version as soon as it's ready. Right. Welcome back to RimWorld. Things are going quite poorly. Despite the look of the base, we are still at the bottom of the tech tree. We've got a few, like, I suppose, pens, animal pens, because we've got quite a large number of domesticated animals, which we're using as a food source, which is pretty good. And they are sort of, well, the only ones that aren't replaceable would be the boomalopes, which we desperately need to protect. We can't risk the boomalopes, but the boomalopes basically produce chem fuel, which is very valuable for both a fuel source for power, but more importantly for explosives. So keep a small herd of boomalopes alive as best we can, frankly, even if it's a small breeding pair. But the rest of the animals, like wild boar and stuff, they can, mostly we can just leave them in their pens and try to grab as, it's the bacon factory. So food-wise, we're okay. The jungle biome is very challenging. The big problem we've got is lack of people. Sir Hooke, the author, Blue-Nosed Bear, the janitor, Egleb, the medieval lordling, and Wonderbart, the child, along with Slave Faultier, they're all we've got. And we don't have a miner, nor a good doctor, nor a good researcher. So we're really struggling with, crawling along awkwardly. We've got a bunch of man-hunting animals outside. So we're just going to keep the door locked and stay indoors for a while. But yeah, we're struggling. Also, our combat abilities are piss poor as well. Oh, hang on a minute. Just a bit too loud. Just going to turn it down. Hang on. A bit too loud in my ear. There we go. Right. Maybe you shouldn't limit the colony to humans only. We're not. Look, here's one. See? Insulting spree. The child is off to go and insult people. Ate a nutrient-paste meal and he hated it. Okay. Well, so long as you stay inside the base, Wonderbart, don't attempt to go outside. You should be fine. Oh, shit. One of the... Oh, no. Shit. Okay. ZF Digi is under attack by a cobra. That's strange. They don't normally go for animals on manhunting. Death in 9 hours from Cobra Fangs. Shit. Are we okay? I think we're okay. Where are they going? Okay, we're gonna have to try and bring Digi in. Right. Pretty sure we can do that. Tell you what, let's assign... Hang on. If I just... Would it just ignore my doors? I think it might. Hang on, assign... Can we just bring... Here we go, inside the base danger. And then open that door. Would he attempt to come in? Right. There we go. Right, close that door there. Okay, just watch out for Wonderbart. Make sure he doesn't go near any doors. Right. Okay, the panda's inside and bleeding over everything. Right. It was lovely, Thom. It was a lovely partial eclipse. No, I only briefly stepped out to look for a few meteors from the Perseid meteor shower. But it was getting quite late in the evening and it had been a long day, so... Yeah, I didn't really have a huge amount of time. Right. Oh. Okay, we're fine. A rat just got taken out by one of our traps. Okay. Now, where's that panda? There we go. So Hooke is treating the panda. No, training the panda. Okay. We'll have Egleb wake up in a minute and take care of that. Right. if any, even better, the kids had a full-on telescope. Right, okay. So could we have... Where's Eggleb? I'm afraid you're the best we've got. Oh, no, wait, Blue-Nosed Bear. Sorry, no, Blue-Nosed Bear, you can do it. Could you attempt to tend... There we go. Could you please get some basic herbal meds and attempt to tend to the Panda Digi? Okay. Thank you, Black Zebra. Thank you very much, Black Zebra. Okay. Yes, sorry. So, my nephews. Yeah, my brother's kids. They looked down the telescope. You could hear the little gears turning in their heads, their imagination, when I was describing what the sun was. Possum says, what a dumbass decided to stream yesterday. Oh, guess what, dumbass? You did. And missed both the eclipse and shooting stars. Oh, what? You missed the eclipse? Oh, fuck. Oh, there we go. Hang on. Nightmare. Well, the good news is there is another partial eclipse in the UK and Spain. Oh, I think Spain might get more next year. But it's nowhere near as spectacular. So this time next year, the next partial eclipse will be like less than a third of the sun. And then there's one after that, and it's even less. It's like 10, 15% of the sun. So if you missed this one, I'm afraid the next total one, well, obviously you can fly around the world to find an eclipse, of course. They happen every 4 to 7 years. But a total eclipse somewhere in the world. But if you're in the UK, I'm afraid you have to wait till 2090 for the next total eclipse. I would be dead, or 104 years old, and probably wishing I'd be dead. Yes, Damrick, cool. You know exactly. Gibraltar and Morocco. Cool. That's the next. Yeah, that's next year's total. But the UK will only get a very, very light glancing, less than a third next year. We'll just be caught on the edge of the penumbra. If that's what is that what it's called? Is it the first eclipse I've ever seen? No, when I was a teenager. Back in 1990... Was it 1999? I think I was in France. I think we were on holiday at the time. I seem to remember we were standing around in like a concrete area. My memory's hazy because I was only a teenager. But, yeah, I remember being shown an eclipse. I'm sure you are, Garfield. Yeah. Alright. It's overseas territory, Halboffendos. Alright. I believe so, yes, Sander. Okay. So, we're mostly, I mean, we could defeat the animals outside. They're not that powerful, but really, in my opinion, it's a question of whether or not we can risk the injury, because the injuries can quickly become fatal. So what are we actually dealing with? Because a few of the rats have been killed. So 2 cobras and 2 rats. Yeah, yeah, we can deal with those. But should we? What's the time? It's almost the afternoon. Let people sleep. If they're still about in the morning, we'll slay them. Okay. Panther says you were able to see the total eclipse back in 2024. There was one in America, was there not? It was weird as fuck. The shadow passed over me and the air cooled like 10 degrees. Yeah. My brother asked me a question yesterday during the eclipse. He wanted to know why it was, despite the sun being about 90% covered, why it was still so damn bright. You couldn't look at it without the glasses. And I clarified for him that quite famously, every single second, our sun is converting 700 million tons of hydrogen into 695 million tons of helium. That makes 5 million tons per second being converted into just energy, which is blasting out every single second. It is an absolute powerhouse. Bright as fuck. 5 million tons. But yeah. What? No, it's cool as shit. Alright. Oh wait, monkeys are eating the hay. That's fine, I guess. We have. Oh, we've got kibble. They don't want to eat the kibble? Oh, apparently they don't want to eat the kibble. Okay, tend to. Yeah, Digi the panda. Alright. But yeah. But yeah, what else is going on? So working on Valheim bullshittery is going very well. The animation is going quite smoothly. If anything, I'm finding that the animation is going a bit too well. One of the things that you've got in Valheim is you've got a third-person camera, and what I'm doing is I'm tracking the heads of the Vikings as they're running around at great speed. The trouble is it can be quite bouncy. Oh no. Major break risk. Wonderbart? Yeah, you finished your mental break. Go get some food. So as I'm animating the Valheim bullshittery, all that motion is being translated directly into the text, meaning that when the Vikings are sprinting on the sprint, it's quite hard to read. So I'm having to step in and manually tone it down a lot. Does it mean I'll make it slightly longer, says SD Pepper? It's 35 minutes. The length of the bullshittery is determined and cut to... it's already cut. You can find it up on Patreon or in the Discord group below. Nice. Oh, were you not talking to me, SD Pepper? Did I explain to the kids that the sun will one day swallow the earth and put some existential dread in them? No, but they were joking, or my brother was joking about not looking at the sun, so telling them don't look at the sun without your sun protection, whatever you do. And his son, my nephew, went, why? And I started going because your head will fall off, roll down the road. He was like, really? Yep. Your head will fall off, roll down the road, go straight into the sea. Oh, good. We converted the prisoner. So I was trying to put the fear of that in him. Okay. So the prisoner... Good. So the unnamed prisoner is currently 22-year-old male, part of the Cockroach faction. We finally convinced him of the validity of the the Hooke series of hollow novels. So our machismo... It's not even that. Men and women. But our sort of... rule by the strong ways. So now that he's converted, attempt to recruit him, not enslave him. We need people. We need strong men and women, not mutant freaks. Okay. Most of the colonists are now bored because they're stuck indoors with nothing to do. So, what time is it? It's the evening. Wildlife. 1 rat and 1 cobra. It's manageable. Blue-nosed bear, please take this shotgun. And if you could try to eliminate them without taking any hits, that would be appreciated. Where's the cobra? Egleb, if you can go too. Where's your sword, Egleb? Please grab your sword. There we go. Step outside. Right, where's the cobra? Any sign? It should be coming straight for us. Maybe they're wandering off. Hang on. Wildlife, cobra. Okay, it's wandering off the map. Wildlife. Okay, it's over. Right. Stand down then, everyone. All's good. So please use the main entrances only. Or just the... Yeah. There you go. Everyone is now free to leave the base and move around in the danger zone, please. So put everyone... where is it? Schedules. Danger 1. Danger 2? How safe are we talking? Danger 2 is obviously slightly wider. Where's that tiger? So check the list of predators. The tiger is quite far away. Okay, I feel comfortable letting people roam in the Danger 2 zone. So don't go a million miles away, but you can certainly move to the Danger 2 zone. Also, since we have turrets now and the ability to place them down, we should start planning where we're going to put them. Yes, she is. She's sleeping next to her bed, Lolly. What happened to the smelter? Didn't I make a smelter? Am I going mad? I swore I made a smelter. Must have moved it. We have moved lots of stuff around. We need to get a smelter. What's that? Sorry, wood stone cutter table. Those are bricks. Yes, we need some turrets. I must have moved it. Okay. Because surely we can find a bit more, a few more bits of steel. Must be some. Okay, get that ship chunk. Must be some somewhere. Yeah, there's a few more bits of scrap. Okay, we've got to make use of whatever we can find, frankly. Hang on. So electric smelter. Yeah, put the electric smelter. It's a little bit valuable, so maybe just put it here. Put it there. Alright. And then put down a stockpile zone here, just for a bit of any steel chunks that we get. So steel slag. The preferred location to store them. Okay. Right, so Blue Nose, could you please... no, wait. Clean workshop. Why can't you make that? Do we just not have the materials at all? Oh, wait, you're restricted to inside the base? Oh. Everyone's in the Danger 2 zone. Clean workshop still? Maybe we don't even have 170 steel, even out there. Guess not. Shit. Challenging. We need, yeah. So we need to send an away mission to a nearby tile to get some steel. What choice do we have? So, yes, Faultier the slave, please prepare some pemmican. Very good. Prepare the pemmican. We also need to get the crops resown to think about our next meal. Okay. So Hook, that needs to be your priority. Okay, so we're entering this... Well, it's the end of spring. We're entering the summer soon. Okay, that's one bedroll of excellent... Okay, 2 bedrolls. Right, so food bedrolls. Get the new prisoner. If we can get him to join us, then hopefully we can make a small away team. Hi there, So Cookie. Hi there indeed. Right. Power's dipping. The wind's dropped, that's why. Okay. Maybe we should consider trying to expand the courtyard so we can have a larger, well, courtyard, but also so that we can put down more wind turbines, which are going to be necessary. Shit. Oh, rare thrombos. Every little alert is like, fuck, shit. No, we're fine. Okay. What about research? Are we doing anything now that we finished? If we can get solar panels going, that'd be really good. Solar panels? Oh, pardon me. There they are. Yeah, solar electricity will also be very useful. Okay. Don't worry about that, Egleb. If you can research... Oh, okay. You don't want to research. Right, okay, most people have gone to bed. Let them sleep. Yeah, so saw the eclipse. It was lovely. It was pretty magical, to be honest. Lulu had some fun as well. Yeah. And it seems that the news of my telescope appears to be going down the street. For I was in conversation with a guy who I don't really know down the street, and even he was telling me that he'd heard about my telescope. So I think my neighbours are noticing that I'm out in the middle of the night with the telescope. Okay. How many limestone blocks do we have? Not that many. How many limestone chunks are there? Let me just zoom out. Quite a few. Okay. Haul in some limestone, please. Are all of the traps limestone? Yes, because we had it in abundance previously, didn't we? What's here? This is a growing zone. Can we please put down a dumping stockpile here for specifically limestone? The preferred location to store limestone chunks. And then, temporarily, I'm just going to unrestrict everybody completely let people, move around. Because I really need to bring it, so we need to get these traps reset. If we get attacked now, we could be in serious trouble. Because the animals have triggered all of our traps. They'll need rebuilding. They take 45 limestone blocks apiece. Okay. So, Sir Hook, you're training the panda. Okay, I switched off sowing on the field. Let's reallow sowing on those fields. All right. Thank you, Black Zebra. Thank you, my Loxel. All right. Yeah. Theo says, due to the telephone effect, I start off as an astronomer on one end of the street and end up as a creep and a peeping Tom on the other. Yeah. Okay, what have we got there? Potatoes. Yes, please, Sir Hook. Please get those sown. Egleb is off to go and feed the prisoner and hopefully convince them to join us, maybe. Okay. Blue-Nosed Bear, the janitor, has gone to sleep. It is going to start getting warmer, so we need steel so we can get that air conditioning going. We're also about to lose power, which means refrigeration. No wind at all. Please switch on the emergency generator. Sir Hook is on it now. Take care, Shiro. Enjoy the long dark. Wanderbart is, well, wandering. Nature running. Okay. By all means, nature run away. And perhaps on the way back, if you could bring a bit of limestone, that would be appreciated. Okay, another wild boar has given birth. Right. Reserve generator is on. Are we generating enough power? Yes, we are. I think. Let us temporarily turn off all of the in-base lights for the sake of conserving power. Okay. Egleb is chopping stones from chunks. Could we prioritize? So go to the stone cutting table. Not any block. Please prioritize limestone blocks. Do it until we have a total stockpile of around 210, please. Oh, you won't do hauling. Flicking switches. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Right. I've only just learnt about it about an hour ago, Nero, so no, I've not touched anything. Alright. Cool. Yeah, look at all this vegetation that's been torched away. This evening, and I believe later this week as well, we've got a few multiplayer games planned. I shan't talk about them much, but yeah, so some games and stuff. We did a bit of Peak yesterday, which was fun. Wait, not yesterday. Was it the day before yesterday? Yeah, which was fun. But yeah, bear with me, so hopefully we can... more content. You'll see. You'll see. But yeah. Just trying to get things arranged. I must admit, I'm feeling the frustration. Trying to arrange lots of people for a multiplayer game is like herding cats. It's quite tricky. So hopefully I can get a list of people available. Thank you, the 21st century. Gentlemen. Alright. Yeah, just flinging open a server and yeah, getting anyone who wants to play is easy, but yeah, getting an actual group of people that you know is tricky. Duckslayer says it's a multiplayer hentai game. We're all very excited. Yes. Although you are literally slot 2, so you signed up quick. Right. There we go. Wanderbart, please grab a bit of limestone and come on in. Right. So Blue-Nosed Bear, the janitor. Yes, good call. If you could, yeah, get these traps reset as quickly as possible, just in case we have another problem. Why is there an elephant coming inside? No. Please return to the elephant zone. Oh shit, have I assigned all the animals into the Danger 2 zone? Apparently I did. No, don't do that. Okay, the monkeys, put them on the inside. Right. So Cyanide and Gorty, the couple of monkeys. Leave the dog inside. Pharaoh the dog. Wait, who's that? I see. Social. That's what I did. Social, the elephant is outside, and Digi's going to go outside in a minute. Right. Good, we're getting quite a bit of chem fuel, which is nice. Alright. Faultier the slave is following her husband? She's been forced into a relationship with the cult leader. Her owner, I guess. Kind of grim. What is this? Sorry, what is this stockpile zone? Raw resources, what? Plant matter? Oh, okay, must just be the original zone. Let's remove it. Okay. Right, so Sir Hook the author is shearing an alpaca. Fine. Blue-nosed bear is off manufacturing, resetting the traps. Egleb is getting the limestone to make those traps. The child Wanderbart is having breakfast. Yeah. In fact, maybe it would be a good idea just to open the bunk. Oh, hang on, there's literally a door here. Yeah, don't use the bunker doors. You might trigger the traps and hurt yourself. Okay. Hungry pen animals. Okay, hold on. Looks like the boomalopes have gone through all of their available feed. I can transfer them to one of the main lots, but obviously I'm worried about protecting them. We can't have them lost. They're too valuable. So we should probably build them. No, we need them close. We need them here. Okay. Transfer the boomalopes here, please. But again, we need to monitor this situation extremely carefully. Just let the vegetation regrow. There should be enough vegetation in this pen for now, but obviously we need to make sure that we cull the animals so they don't grow out of control. So right now, nutrition, so 25, consumption, 17. Okay. So Hook is feeling quite upset. What's the problem? Disturbed sleep, slept in the heat. It's getting warmer. And that air conditioning unit was destroyed. Okay. So we're going to have to get some, what is it? Yeah, we're going to have to get some of those basic coolers if we don't have full aircon. Then again, for now, there is an empty room over here. I believe that was Sheriff Dimtree's bedroom. Since she has been slain, her room is air-conditioned. You should probably take it for now. What's that room there? That's for slaves, but, who was that? That was Pythonicus's room. Okay, I don't know. Leave that for now. Okay, so Sir Hook, if you could please transfer yourself over here, please. And sleep in that bedroom. Right. Right. Okay, get these traps going, please. Bloody rat. Right. Why is there a fire amongst the boomalopes? It's a campfire for relaxation. There we go. So we need to get that away team going as quickly as we can while things are calm. But to do that, it would be really, really nice if we can have the prisoner with us. Okay, Egleb, I'm going to stop you from cutting the blocks. Could you go and get some food? Go get some food, wind down. Yeah, it's the middle of the day. Sorry, I forced you to work during the morning. Right. Okay. Where's the rest of the boomalopes? There should only be 3. Tom, Edberg, and unnamed boomalope calf. Who else is... Hang on. Who else do I know who is angry? And can explode at a moment's notice. We've got Mag. Mag's the tortoise. It's elderly. Cyanide's a monkey. Duck Slayer? I don't know. I don't know. Birdie? Yeah, probably Birdie. Let's go with Birdie. Birdie the boomalope. Alright. I annoyed Birdie this morning. Oh no, I can't. Shit, I can't tell you the joke because it will. I can't because it will ruin what I'm planning. Shit, I was gonna tell you something funny, but I can't. Never mind. Right. So Eggleb gets something to eat. Before you do, can you please try to recruit this new guy? Right. So Eggleb, the medieval lordling, tries to convince Mashinto, the bandit, that we're not bad. That we need him. Mashinto thinks about it. Come on, be one of the strong, defeating the weak. You too, Mike Games. Yes, it was lovely. A garlic. That's a thrumbo. Lovely. New recruit. We've got him. So, Eggleb promised growth to Mashinto and asked him to join. Mashinto has accepted and has joined Eggleb's community. Okay. So, we'll name him shortly, but it's a 22-year-old male who is a human, so no modifications or mutations. A war child, so drafted into a civil war and then later a bounty hunter. Delicate, brawler, and nimble. Okay, so good melee. Obviously can't take the damage though. Yeah, melee fighter. Middling stats elsewhere. Okay. But you can do hauling and stuff. Okay, so we'll name you in a minute, but fight fires, be a patient, get bed rest when you need it, and hit switches when I tell you. 1 second. Hang on. Okay, so don't worry about handling prisoners. Don't worry about handling the animals. Don't worry about hunting. Construction, maybe sometimes you can assist with construction. Growing, not too bad. Please top priority assist with growing and plant cutting. And when not doing that, just hauling, please. Alright. So, people are feeling quite stressed out at the minute. Insulted times 5. Rebuffed. Ooh, you try to flirt with Faultier, man? She's taken, bro. Okay. Sir Hook, before we have a mental breakdown, would you please go and eat some of the fruit? There it is. Go eat some of the ambrosia fruit. Pardon me. Right. Okay, so he's with us. Please don't take the combat gear, Mashinto. Please instead... Where are you? Assignments. Please just wear the worker stuff. For the moment. Right. Please stand down on the building. Yeah. Try to assist getting some crops sown. Oh yes, I left some silver out in the dirt in the hopes that if we get attacked, it might be more tempting targets for the bandits to run off with. Because we're not really in much of a position to defend ourselves currently. Okay. Feeling better? Right. Yeah, chop down these trees as well. Hang on. So chop down all of this wood. Sir Hook is off to go rest. Before you do, if you could chop down the trees. I'm pretty sure it acts as cover. But also, they're in the fields anyway. Alright. There we go. Yeah, we'll need this wood to make some coolers, because we don't have the ability to put down air conditioning yet. So start putting down passive coolers in some of the rooms, please. So whose bedroom? That's Wanderbart's bedroom. Give him his own cooler. Okay, these 3 have air conditioning, so they should be fine. There used to be an air conditioning unit here, but was it destroyed in a fire? There was some reason why I took it down, or it was broken. Not sure why. Alright. Tattered clothing, times 4. Looks like we need some more clothes made. Your mask, your silver visage mask is tattered. What else? Trousers and hat. Okay. A garlic bread man, a thrumbo. Does it have any special abilities? No, but they are very, very powerful. With a large health pool and a very, very powerful melee attack. They make for a ferociously ferocious. They're basically a souped-up elephant. And in the lore, essentially, yeah. So they're this mysterious creature that's rumored to be incredibly old. I mean, this one's 138, and that's young for a Thrumbo. And they're also rumored to be extremely wise. There's some cool Thrumbo art on like the RimWorld subreddit. Alright. Can it be tamed? Yes, with great difficulty. Faultier is having heat stroke. Yeah, it's warm out there. 33 degrees. High humidity. Okay. Alright then. So, yeah, get this vegetation chopped down. Get the base cooled. Must be very uncomfortable. Put Digi back outside again. There we go. The panda has gotten over its cobra bites. Toxic buildup. Hi there, possum. A truck outside? Okay, so let's. Okay, I think we need to start planning for this away mission then. So we have the bedrolls, we have the food. Obviously, if we get attacked, we could be in serious trouble. So this is where we are, Hooke's Hold here. Now, what I'm looking to do, so tropical rainforest. I mean, there will be steel deposits, even in like the small open plains. I mean, this is some way away. Mountainous, movement difficulty 5. But we need steel. We need a small away camp for the sake of steel. So planet terrain. Planet terrain. Pollution 0. Okay. Time zone, mountainous. Yeah. So how long would it take with any pack animals, because we need to be transferring steel? I mean, pack animals that can feed themselves. If I send caravan here, okay, a day of travel. Well, we haven't assigned anyone yet. So if I sent a faultier excavator, yeah, but she won't work with her hands. So if I sent just send 2 random people for now. We don't commit yet. I'm just trying to get an idea for. Okay, so these are not pack animals. These are pack animals. So So animal is rideable. And what else? Hang on. What other stat am I looking for? Mass capacity, alpacas. So this alpaca. Alpaca 2. Isn't there normally an icon to show a pack animal? Dog on a rooftop, and alpaca 1. That's a young alpaca. Okay, so if we took those alpaca, 15 tiles per day, they'll be there in under a day. Okay. So, in the morning, what's the time? It's the evening. In the morning, let's get ready to send an away team. The away team will get there, mine whatever they can, or even hell, just pick up steel chunks. Well, no, we need metal. Mine what they can and bring it back as quickly as they can. So, mining. Who has the highest? So, mining skill of 1. Egleb has 2. Mining skill 1 on the child. Faultier has mining skill of 2. Yeah, it's going to have to be Egleb, and it's only a skill of 2. Right. Yeah, sort of dragged her. Most of them are, to be honest. Most of the RimWorld DLCs. Okay. Faultier, you're currently cleaning. Could you please haul the wood indoors? It's going to be useful. Blue-nosed bear, could you please stop what you're doing? You're getting stressed out working on that. I really would prefer it if you could work on the passive coolers, because it's very warm and we need to cool things down. So please take some wood and go to get to work on that. Okay. There we go. Cool. The colony's going to bed. So the new guy, we should consider giving him a name. Hang on. Where's my piece of paper? I don't see my piece of paper. Right. I have a piece of paper. Where's that special coin? I have a special coin. Hang on. Just trying to find it. Where's the special coin? Has it fallen off the desk? Strange. Put it somewhere. Not sure where it is. Hang on. Hang on. Bear with me. Probably rolled somewhere. Hang on. Never mind, I found a different coin that I'll use instead. So, I need a name, chat. Would anyone like to volunteer to join the colony? I will pick 4 names. Hang on. Then flip the coin twice. It seems to be the fairest way. Please raise your hands, Twitch subscribers and patrons. Hang on. Let me have a look. Go here, go there. Right. Do. Cool, I see you, patrons. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Wildemon, for subbing. Thank you. That's very kind. Okay, hang on. Yeah, okay. Oh, God. I can't. This is a crazy long name. Hang on. I should have picked this. I've got a really blunt pencil. Hang on. Let's go with. Okay, 4 names. So here we go. That's a heads. It's one of these 2 names. That's going to be heads. That one's going to be tails. It's tails. Okay, so that would be. Hang on. I think this is one I've scribbled with my chicken scratches and a pencil. So the new colonist is subscriber Possum Meh? Is that correct? Possum? You there, Possum? Possum Meh, that's correct. There we go. Possum, right. So, welcome, Possum. Put away the piece of paper. So so mother and father is unknown. So, at the age of 22, Possum was a war child. So Possum's parents were drafted into a civil war. Growing up surrounded by fighting and death, he became well accustomed to tragedy. His expressive side, however, never developed. So shooting +5, melee +5. Hang on. And all doctoring and art and caring disabled. In his adult life, when the Civil War ended, Possum had to find a new way of using his fighting skills. He decided to hunt down war criminals and soon realized that he enjoyed capturing bad guys by any means necessary. So shooting, melee, crafting, and social increased. Okay. Unfortunately, you're also delicate, so you've got a fragile skin and bones. He takes more damage than other people from the same blows. A brawler, though, likes to fight up close and personal. His accuracy is greatly increased in melee combat, but he can be very unhappy if asked to carry a ranged weapon. And nimble. So, has remarkable kinesthetic intelligence. He seems to dance around danger with preternatural grace. Okay, so, well, basically don't stick you on the front line, but have you as a flanker, I guess. Don't have you literally in the door frame with the power armor. Have you run around and attack people from the side as best you can. Don't get stuck into a slugging fight. So, let's give you a sword. Yeah, the delicate part is going to suck. Your survivability is not likely. Okay. Give you a sword. We're also going to try to resist the heat stroke. So you're going to need a dedicated hat, like a proper... yeah, take off that parka. My God. Is that a fire? Thought I heard a fire. Okay. That was the watermill. Alright, so you're going to need some clothing. Cloth t-shirt. Where's the tailoring bench? Do we have a tailoring bench? Drugs lab, hand tailoring bench. Okay. Let's go to the available clothing. So we've got cloth and we've got some leathers. Plain leather. Okay. Plain leather, pig skin, camel hide. Maybe we should get a few pigs slaughtered for the sake of the hide. Okay. Let's do that. Get them slaughtered, get their meat in the freezer. Got lots of them now, so target the males. So adult males. Right, male. Which one's slaughter? Hunted. Wait, are these... Sorry, that's the wrong thing. Animals. There we go. So in pen, wild boar. So these are the males. There we go. Oh, are they still quite young? Oh, many of them are still piglets. Okay. Ah, shit. Might need to let them grow. Yeah, let them grow. They're not ready for slaughtering yet. Ah, shit. Okay, for now then, let's just try to make a basic hat or something. So please make a hat. So, flop hat. Yeah, wear a t-shirt. Take off the parka. What am I looking for? Looking for a cowboy. There it is at the top. Cowboy hat. And make it out of leather, please. So, wools, leathers. Panther fur, I believe, is pretty good. Insulates well against the heat. Yeah, make one of those. Is cannibalism possible in RimWorld? It's not only possible for many, many tribes, it's desirable. You can get cannibalistic tribes or even cannibalistic people. Alright. Modo says, thanks for recommending that Sword Art Online abridged. It's awesomely stupid. It's cracked me up. Oh, fuck. Alright. Possum says, yo, I'm a woman, put my clothes back on. No. You're taking off the parka, you're putting on a t-shirt, and you're putting this hat on, and you're doing what you're told. And I want you to go... Actually, am I sending you? Sorry, I guess so? Egleb is already a melee fighter, though, so maybe that's not the best idea. Why not send the child? Okay, never mind that, Possum. You stay right there. Send Egleb and the child. Make sure they can resist. Okay, light leather jacket, so minus 33. Yes, okay, send them. Send Egleb the miner and the child with the grenades. Alright. Good. Right, so, Egleb, could you... I need you to relax. So before you go, Egleb, can you just full-on recreation mode? Just go chill, please. As for the child, you're also feeling pretty good. Okay. Let's put down a caravan gathering spot. There's already one here. Okay. So get ready to get the alpaca, and we'll head to the nearby tile. Alright. Alrighty then. Possum is sleeping in what... Well, it's the armory now, I guess. Where's that passive cooler? It's not finished yet. Blue-nosed bear. Sorry, this is quite important. Please finish these passive coolers. And then Possum, could you switch your bed over here, please? Because it is so warm. So make this your bed, please, Possum. And then I'm hoping that the temperatures will go down a bit. Why am I using sandbags and not barricades? I can't remember. There was a reason. Was it that I had more cloth than I had the other stuff? I think so. Right. Right. It's raining. Okay. Right, passive cooler is on. Please do the other one. Okay. Right, you guys ready? I think you're ready. So let's get a move on, because, yeah, the sooner you get going, the sooner you can get that steel, the sooner we can get the turrets operational. So I would like you, please, to form a caravan. Your objective is to go here. So I would like Egleb here, and the child, Wanderbart. Egleb, you need your sword. Okay, then could you please get the adult, so plus 35 kilograms of pack carrying capacity. Yeah, fine, take the child alpaca as well. So take 4 alpaca with you, and take Social System the elephant, because he can take 140 kilograms of cargo. And then your orders are, yeah, so travel supplies, automatically select. Leave the hay, they can eat what's present. Don't worry about the panther meat. Take, a few bits of herbal medicine, not the proper medicine. Take the bedrolls, and then just pemmican, please. Take about 200 units of pemmican. Okay. Think we're sorted. Off you go. Right. Then, make sure that your food assignment... Oh, make sure that everyone's on anti-malaria drug taking, please. Make sure that your food assignment is no longer assigned to just paste, eat everything, please. The child, eat everything. There we go. Right, Egleb, could you please... what was I having you do? Go get your sword, please. Right. Cool. Yeah, for those joining the stream, last night I took the telescope. Let me show you. Last night I took the telescope up to see the eclipse. I took the telescope up to my mum's house for an eclipse party, you see. It looked like this. Hang on. So there's the telescope, big chonky bastard. It's really quite simple. It's not an expensive telescope at all, despite what it looks like. It's really just a light bucket. It's an aluminium light bucket with a big mirror in the bottom, which bounces up to a smaller mirror, which bounces into the eyepiece, you see. So together they're working together to be a big light bucket for sort of the stars, essentially. You look through a tiny lens in the viewfinder mounted in the side there. So I set this up at my mum's house, and my brother brought round his kids, and they were fascinated. The kids brought round a friend of theirs, and so looking at they were like 6 or 7, looking at their imagination light up as they looked at the sun, which looked like this. So we could see through the solar filter an amazing amount of detail. You can even see on the picture, so these pictures aren't that great compared to what you could see with your eyes, but... we could even see the sunspots on the surface of the sun. Those tiny dark little blips there are sunspots. So they're areas where the photosphere, so the outer layer of the sun, is darker due to the magnetic fields that are sort of warping. They're basically preventing some areas from heating up. And sometimes they can get like big sort of loops of fire essentially between them. It's not the magnetic field of the sun is not evenly distributed, and it shifts around, you see. So the sunspots can stay on the surface for many, many days and sort of fade and reappear and just move around. The sun itself is rotating about, once every 25 days. So the sunspots will gradually move around. And, they got to see them and be like, ooh, that's cool. And we've got a wonderful, wonderful view of the eclipse as the moon came over and obscured it. And, everyone took turns to sort of look down the telescope as the moon got further and further along until eventually it looked like this. Again, the pictures down the telescope are pretty shit because it's not really built for taking pictures with a camera. But under the human eye, it looked amazing. Although sadly, it was a bit low on the horizon come the actual eclipse proper. So it was a bit wibbly, with atmospheric distortion, because we were having to look through quite a lot of the atmosphere by that point. But still, it was very beautiful. It was very special. We had pizzas. It was very memorable. And of course, as one by one, we took turns to look through the telescope. I was putting a black fleece, not a fleece, it's like a jumper over my head in order to cover up basically get a maximum view through the viewfinder. And it's at this point that my mum decided to take a picture of me with it over the top of my head, doing a sort of budget Nazgul or whatever, trying to find Frodo in the ring. So that was cool. It was a chill day. So we got to see the eclipse, and it was cool, and yeah. I've already sent this picture to Dinklebeam, by the way. And even though I know exactly what a Nazgul is, I decided to troll him by saying... So the Nazgul is one of the 9. They keep calling them the 9. But regardless, I decided to troll him by calling him the big skinny stabby bastards, you know? The 7, I said. And you could just hear him grinding his teeth behind his monitor going... Oh no, it's brilliant. Oh, I should have called them... Yeah. I should have called them like Darth or something. Completely different name. Yeah. Right. Egleb, the medieval lordling, is off to go get the alpaca. Please get them hitched up over here. Alright. Good, good. Right, Blue Nose Bear, what are you currently doing? You're still working on that passive cooler? There's wood right here. Okay. Faultier is getting some, making some more kibble at pemmican. Yeah, the Lich King, you know the one. Stabbed Frodo. And then got beaten up by a hobo. Alright. Yeah. No. The hobo, the king hobo. What's his name? What is his name? My brain's gone blank. Not Boromir. He's the other guy. He's Sean Bean. Who's the fucking king man? Aragorn. That's it. It's fucking... Sorry, legit, I wasn't faking that one. Aragorn. His name's Aragorn. Fuck. Right. Okay, potatoes are now sown. Right, what are you doing? Viewing art. It's a lovely piece of art. It's a goose. A person-sized piece of material sculpted into an artistic form. Sadness. Number 1142, 8. On this sculpture is an artwork of a mighty black scorched stone surrounded by smoke and ash. 9 figures approached from a nearby prairie. This image relates to a meteorite falling near Komotz's village. Yeah. Rest in peace, Komotz the convict. One of the raiders that died to a man. Yeah. Right. There we go. Get the alpaca. They're off to get the food, and then off they go. I've heard about it, Duck Manton, but I'm not familiar with it. Right. There we go. Sorry, what are you doing? Sowing rice. Oh, I see. Why is there an elephant freely roaming the base? It's not. It's part of a caravan that's about to leave. Alright. There we go. Cool. Get everything sorted as quickly as possible. So yeah, what else is going on? Yeah, in real life, it's just so warm. I know that we're a broken record this summer, everyone in the UK, but it's just so stinkingly hot. So the rest of the bungalow is just, I've locked myself in the office with Lulu, and we're just trying to stay cool with our one air conditioning unit. I do dragged her over here. And mercifully, I've moved to a, so this bungalow that I'm living in now, it hasn't had a loft conversion yet. So there is no bedroom up there. So I might try to install an American-style air conditioning system. It might work. The Americans do this thing where they build this like, they suspend this machine from the rafters of their buildings, you see, so that it doesn't transfer vibrations. And then they have these big ducts that go from room to room. Woefully impractical in most UK buildings, but might work here because again, the loft is mostly empty at the minute. Okay. Why the attic? Well, for the vents. I guess just vented air conditioning is local. I don't know. We don't... Well, I mean, we sort of... Like, more modern office buildings have something similar. Those are built fit for purpose. Oh yeah, you do that as well, don't you, Necro? Like they've got like underfloor heating systems, don't they? Anyway, Egg Lebis might have a mental breakdown. Why are you going miles all the way over there? Alright. Okay. Yeah, get these traps built. So Possum is, yeah, what are you doing? Getting some cotton sewn. Oh. You really? You're trying to hunt that alpaca for food? Okay, do I risk... fuck, do I risk injury? Difficult. No, it's a bit harsh, but I'm not going to risk an injury. What are you doing? It's not coming for you. Oh, fuck, okay, never mind. Job done. Did it cancel the caravan? No, we're fine. Okay. One of the problems that I've got with the bungalow, though, is that there's not a huge amount of available wall space, exterior wall space, because I'm in a semi-detached property, which means I've got 3 available walls. One is the front, so you don't necessarily want a big air conditioning unit sticking out the front. The other one is a very, very tight, like, alleyway. But there's basically the building is built in such a way that obviously you've got the property line, and then they really squish that building up tight against the property line. There's enough room to maybe squeeze a wheelbarrow down, but it's really very, very tight. So I don't know if I can stick like a full air conditioning unit there. It might headbutt. I don't know. You're probably going to headbutt it as you try to go under it. The trouble is that only leaves the last remaining side, which faces the back garden, and someone put a conservatory on it, which has consumed probably around 80% of the available wall space. So it's tricky. You can plant a screen to hide the AC? No, you really can't. It would... No, it wouldn't work. Would not work. Just due to the size of the roof, the overhang, the windows, everything on the front. It's too busy, way too busy. Is the house tall enough that you can walk under it in an alleyway? Well, it's a bungalow, Thule, so it's tiny. So anyway, I'll leave it to the pros to have a look at the bungalow. But frankly, it's not a high priority right now. There are more important things that the bungalow needs. Yeah. Yes, Blood. The solar panels are fully operational now. I don't have the little box thing that lets me disconnect the entire house from the grid in the event of an emergency. It will cost me another £1,000, and it didn't seem worth it. But in the event of a power cut situation, I do have like little sockets. I can literally clack on a little plug and have isolated like a local socket if I need power. Yes, they call them something else, SCP. They don't use the word bungalow, which I think is imported from our empire, isn't it? Isn't it Indian? Is that correct? It's a word inherited from within the British Empire. Hang on. Bungalow origin. Is it India? The word bungalow comes from Hindi, meaning Bangla, which means belonging of the belonging to Bengal, describing a low single-story thatched house built in the Bengal style in India. British administrators and sailors adapted these cool, shaded, veranda-wrapped homes during the 17th and the 18th century, and brought the architectural term back to the West. There you go. Oh really? The Blood uses that word in France as well. Oh really? But bungalow in India now means a huge house, says Dragda. Really? That's fascinating. Holy shit. Mysterious installation. Booty. You've learnt of an ancient complex nearby that is said to contain ancient treasure. You can break in to collect the loot inside. Be warned, these kinds of structures can contain a variety of threats. In addition, your activity at the complex might draw unwanted attention. It's deep in the toxic zone. We are not going near that. Okay. Alright, so it's the evening. Are these guys settling in? No, they're still on their way. Okay, 1 second, just getting myself a drink. Dragged her? I did! I did! I did, but it's in England. In the south of England. Yeah. This is what you get. It's in the south of England. It's very expensive down here. Yeah. Yeah, oh my god, Brighton is so expensive. It's crazy. It's on the extreme tail end of gentrification, so sadly, yeah, people have got to move away. Alright. Cool. So we're getting the crops resown. We're down to only, we're down to only 4 people defending the base. Yeah, Blue Nose, get these traps up, up as quick as we can. Well, those sandbags. How many limestone blocks do we have? We still have some. Egleb is away right now. Okay, still traveling. Alright. Okay. So what can you guys... Yeah, just keep working on it. So what are you doing there? Egg boxes, that's fine, but... What about this? Can you not build this? Oh, it's all limestone. Okay, change that from limestone over to slate. My mistake. Is that the same? Right. Yeah, no. So not granite, slate. I see the issue. We have the stuff, it's just... Yeah. So slate, slate, slate. Get it all sealed. Top priority, please. What's that? Granite door. Do we have any granite? Probably not. Do we have a slate door anywhere that I can duplicate? Yes. Put down a slate door. Yeah, try to get the bunker in as quickly as we can. Alright. Thank you to Blood Moon. Thank you very much to Blood Moon. Shit. They stopped before they reached their destination. Okay. 1 second. Hang on. There we go. Right. Okay, sorry, for those joining the stream, you're looking at a bunch of colonists scraping along against a river. We're really at the bottom of the barrel insofar as technology and capabilities, lacking the numbers and the skills. Our biggest problem right now is defense. Food is okay. We've got the malaria under control. But, right now we're not defenseless, but we're close to. Any real dedicated attack could cause serious, existential problems for us. So we need to get traps on, bunkers, that sort of stuff. I mean, the entire side here is still made out of wood and is extremely flammable. So we need to get that replaced with stone. Can anyone work on stone cutting while they're away? Plant cutting, stone cutting. Is it crafting? Yeah, it's dumb labour. In Blue Nose Bay... Okay, hang on a minute. Possum, could you make that your top priority for the moment, please? Outside of growing. We need bricks. Okay. Right, the weather's shit, and it's 1 in the morning. Everyone's asleep, speeding up the time. Alright. Is there a formal border between Brighton and Hove now? No, but there is a statue on the south coast that marks the, I believe, the former border, and now is mostly administrative. But it is 2 large towns that were formed into a city, I believe, in the early 2000s. Alright. Possum, see how you do on the first fight, because you do look quite squishy, Possum. Okay. Right, so Hook is off to go and sow some heal root. Please carry on. Blue Nose is having a lie-in. Faultier the Slave is on her feet. She's off to go and refuel a campfire so people can relax next to it. Let's also switch off the emergency generator now. Save that chem fuel. And re-enable the internal lights. Egleb and Wonderbart the Child have nearly arrived at what will be a mining site. Your goal, gentlemen and child, will be to get as much steel as possible and then get the fuck out. So don't get greedy, just get what you can, then get back quickly. We need that steel to make, well, everything, but turrets is a big one. Okay. Find like a small alcove or something. Just get a little bit of shelter. Could pack up and leave the jungle with so few yeah, we could, Nim. But we've played the all the biomes, well, a lot of the other biomes, so the jungle is making for a change. Alright. There we go, you're nearly there, and you are there. Okay. So, resting, camp, settle. So the faction can only have one base. Camp. Set up a temporary camp that can quickly be abandoned. Am I going crazy? I thought last time you could indeed just visit or go. Has it changed? Because camp has very little steel in it, no? Oh, bloody hell. The dog farted so loudly. It's a setting. Let's have a look. Yeah, because I don't just want to have like a temporary base camp. Oh, Lulu. Gameplay. Maximum number of colonies. There we go. So, warning. RimWorld is designed to be played with one player colony at a time, says the message. Multiple player colonies are allowed as an experimental testing feature only. Okay. Yes. Well, we'll do 2 for now. I'm pretty sure I saw that warning before. Okay. So, let's go. So settle. Yeah, I need a big biome. I can't just have an itty bitty little one. Here we go. The tile is near polluted areas. There will be acidic smog here roughly every 40 days. Okay. Settle here anyway. Here we go. We can always abandon it if we need to. Here we are. We've arrived. Good. Okay. So, check the local wildlife. So, many tigers. Many, many tigers, including one right next to us. That's very dangerous. Many panthers. Yikes. This is a very dangerous area. We should probably... yeah. Okay, I need to plan accordingly. There's some steel over here. At the edge of the map. Maybe in this corner. There's a tiger right there. Yes. I dare not haunt the caves. Shit, there are insects here. Okay. Yeah, this is a very dangerous location. So where are the insects exactly? So 1 mega spider there. 1 mega spider there. What about the smaller ones? Just in case, yeah, there are others that only have... locust? Locust. Hang on. Peahen. Okay. So... 1 tiger. Any other panther? Shit, 1 panther. It's very, very tricky. Very dangerous. Is it wise to just sit here then? No. We don't want to be here. Here? There, compacted steel. Okay. There. Wait, is that water? No, it's just ancient concrete. Okay. That's where we're going to go. Keep it small, keep it light. Let's go. So, yeah, take the bedrolls, take all this stuff, bring it over here. So, put down a hitching spot. Where is it? Zone orders, zone, stockpile zone here. Are those walls? Sorry, what is this? Ancient fence, just a fence. Okay. So put down a stockpile zone here, a dumping zone here, and we'll put down a home zone here. Okay. transfer all we can. Yeah, again, we don't want to stay here for long. Caravan hitching spot here. Right. I did virus. It was very cool. It was very cool to see. Okay, then bedroll here if we need to sleep. Right. Okay. And then this is what we're going to mine. Right, so the two of you. Yep, get to work as quickly as you can. There we go. Where are you going? Cloud watching. No time for that shit. Please rope these alpaca and get them in place. Let's go. A rendering map image. Oh, it's saving 2 of them this time. Quickly. There we go. Okay, let the elephant roam. Where's Wonder? Sky dreaming. No time for that shit. Haul the pemmican quickly. Alright. Tocknor says, a weird question. Is the filter on the telescope like a bladder filter? ND5, or is it something completely different? Alas, I'm not familiar with what that means, Tocknor. When it came to the filter, I simply asked for professional advice from the website where I bought the telescope. I can tell you, though, that according to this thing... Hang on. So there's the eclipse that we saw. It's got written on the side... Turn my head. What does it say? Ouch. I can't read it. Does that say Seymour? Where is it? It's in the other room, in the box. Something Seymour. It was pretty cool, though. It was a pretty cool professional one. Yeah. Seymour Butts, that's what it says. Seymour Butts. Okay. So, let's keep everyone... Yeah, don't wander off miles, guys. So, put down a allowed area, Area 1. Please stay within this region, because it's quite dangerous out there. So, everyone stay within Area 1. Oh, yeah, of course. Include that in our arrival area. There we go. And keep... Yeah, social within Area 1. Okay. So, Egleb, what are you doing? Leading the alpaca. Wonderbart is drawing. There's no time. Sorry, survival situation. Okay, Egleb, could you get a basic roof on that thing? Can you chop down... Can either of you chop down trees? Plant cutting. Wonderbart has a skill of 2. You got a skill of 1. Okay, better idea then. You go get the bedroll. Wonderbart start chopping down trees. We just need to make a little area where we can seal it, essentially. So start chopping down these trees. There we go. That's going to take a while. All right. Okay, back at the main base. What's Blue Nose doing? Hauling wood. Wait, pigskin? Hauling pigskin to a shelf. That implies you don't have building materials? I think you do. Certainly deconstruct these, dude. Okay. So, Hook, what are you doing? Off to go eat. Carry on. Faultier, the slave, is butchering. Slaughtered... Yeah, I see. You did some slaughtering. Okay. Right. And Possum, what you doing? Hauling some phenocycline. Alright. Oh, wait. Consuming pemmican. Please don't do that, Possum. Those are for the away missions. Your assignment, as disgusting as it is currently just paste. Please just eat paste. Wait a minute. Lavish, yeah. Yeah, so eat paste from the machine. There you go. So it's not very tasty, I'm afraid. It's liquefied corn, but it won't kill you. And more importantly, it won't give you food poisoning at all. Ever. Alright. Shearing an alpaca. Not the priority. Could you please assist... Yeah, get your shelter online quickly. Alright. Just get a small room that we can seal. Okay. Put a claim on all of this. We own this. Okay, Wonderbart, good job. Oh wait, you're much faster. Okay, hold on. Please chop that down. Furniture. Where is it? I'm looking for... No, structure. Please build wooden walls. There we go. Wooden walls. Wooden wall. Nope, make that a wooden door. Fence gate. Door. Wooden door. There we go. Get to work on that. I'd appreciate it. Right. Thank you, Nixo. That's very kind of you, Nixo. Thank you for doing that. Right. Oh, you won't do constructing? Okay. You don't necessarily need to do that. You're feeling really good. Okay. Right, once we've got a little storage area, yeah, we'll put our food in here on like a shelf or something. Keep it clean, keep it dry, keep it cool. It's already 36 degrees. I might need to deconstruct that to put the proper fence on. Okay. Carry on. There we go. Right. Okay, so Egleb, nope, there's no time, I'm afraid. You're in survival mode. There we go. Cancel that then, you've already got a door. Slower though, being a stone door, but it's still a door. There we go. Carry on. Okay. Good man. Wonderbart, could you please go and... do we need to chop down any additional trees? Put down a passive cooler in there, please. And then, could you put down a small shelf? So, structure, furniture, a small shelf made out of wood. There's another door. That's fine, use both of them. Please go and get the materials for the small shelf. We need to put our food over there. Okay, Egleb. There we go, good man. There we go, and you can work on the passive cooler. Is there a roof on there now? There is. Okay, so it's 38 degrees in this jungle. Holy shit. Right, so please bring, lots of resources to the passive coolers. Okay, get the elephant out of there because it's going to keep stomping dirt. So clear allowed area, managed areas. Duplicate, please. No, wait, duplicate and paste. And then area 2, clear allowed area inside. Make sure that social is in area 2. Lovely. Construction botched. Don't botch the construction, please. Hang on. Build that shelf. There we go. On that shelf, put the pemmican. There you go. Go bring that in. Okay, I'll never do hauling. Let the child do that then. What are you doing? Looks like we need more wood. Okay, hang on. So chop down that tree, please. Right, clean that barracks, haul that in. Get that away from the alpaca. Jurassic, what's going on? I've sent a small child, a 12-year-old boy called Wonderbart, with a handful of grenades and a responsible adult? The 21-year-old Egleb, a medieval lordling. I've sent them south by about a few dozen kilometers to find essentially steel. Our base here on the edge of this river has no easily accessible source of steel. So our defenses are piss. We're having to use like limestone to make little shitty spike traps, and it's really not good. We need steel urgently. Traders are, they turn up from time to time, but we need a source of steel that we can rely on. We don't even have enough steel to make the smelter to melt the steel from the chunks that are around the place. So, we're doing the best, but we are struggling, scraping along. Oh look, good, more slate is available. Remove these granite walls and in their place, build slate pillars instead. Okay. Oops, my bad. And what's that there? Blue Nose, could you please prioritize that? So get that fully sealed. just in case we have a bit of an attack soon. Right. Egglib, yeah, upset. I know you're upset. Just carry on. Okay, the pemmican has been brought inside. Do we have any more pemmican? We do. Come on, bring that in. Bring that in. Okay. Mystic just had one of those pizza meeting parties. Pointless. Oh, God. Yes, I still have PTSD from London office shenanigans. Stupid. Ugh. It's not mandatory, but it is. They just don't tell you. Alright. So it's 40 degrees. We really do need to get that cooler going. Okay, there we go. Pemmican. Can we put any more on that shelf, or is that completely full? Maybe. Major break risk. Eggleb. Yep, you're hungry. Get that tree cut down, then go get some pemmican. Quickly. Right. Yeah, Waggy. Literally, I was made aware of it like 2-3 hours ago. Alright. Thank you, C. Foster. Thank you very much, C. Foster. There we go. So, could you please... Right, Eggleb, go eat something. Wanderbark, could you please deliver the materials for the passive cooler? Don't sleep in 40 degrees. There we go. Bit more wood. Okay, wait, Eggleb. Right, can you build it or not? Okay, yeah, Eggleb needs to. Okay, quickly try to build this cooler. There we go. Work left. Don't fuck it up. And well done. Okay, hopefully that should cool the room a little bit. Right. So you could do shearing, but let's get straight to the main show. Start mining as much steel as you can. In fact, just select that and mine vein. You're still assigned to shearing. Why is that? Handle animals. Top priority mining, please. Off you go. Get as much as we can, then bring it all home. Right. So where's that tiger? Oh, look, capybara. Okay, good. At least the tiger has many other hunting options nearby. Alright. Carry on. Trouble is he's got very little skill, so... Ugh. Alright, okay. Heat stroke. Lots of people are suffering from heat stroke now. Warm. 41 degrees at the main base. How about inside? So 19 degrees in the bedrooms. 22... Yeah, so it's much cooler inside the base. We're going to need, decent leathers. Okay, before you do, could you just finish that? No, finish this. Don't let raiders bypass the bunkers. Cool. Sir Hook is over there. So sowing some psychoids so we can try to make some drugs and sell them. Alright. Good, good. Relations with... Oh, shit. Who are they? Neutral faction. The Union of Kamgua. Alright. Aura says apparently it just hit 35 degrees outside your place. Where are you currently? Right. Just gonna check mine. Hang on. Checking the weather. Weather in it. Currently, so it's not too bad. Hang on. It's 27 degrees and climbing. Alright. Eggleb, where is your body? Oh. You're going for a swim in the marsh. Okay. Enjoy your swim in the marsh. Good. It's a chill 17 degrees inside their bedroom at least, so nice. Right. An alpaca is starting to wander away. Oh, we forgot to grab the baby. Wonderbark, could you quickly go grab the baby? Oh, outside of the allowed area. I will unrestrict you. Go grab the baby. Get it roped. Alright. Okay. Right, as much as you're enjoying that and it's improving your mood, Eggleb, we really do need that steel. Please get as much of it as you can. Right, there we go. Here comes Wonderbart to grab the baby. Oh, look at all these turrets. Ancient security turrets. Ancient mega cannon. Okay, good job. Possum's getting plenty more bricks for us. You can come in now, Possum. Come get some food. Alright. Oh shit, untouched Destiny. I hope you're okay. Our rec room is looking a bit cramped. Right. Yeah, we really do need a dedicated mining colonist. It's going to take too long. Far too long. Alright. Okay, people are off to bed. So it's the almost the last day of spring on the second year in the colony. Alright. Why not have some drugs for a recreation boost? Indeed, we are trying to. So we've got some ambrosia fruit, which is here. Oh, I should get the last of it. Harvest all the ambrosia fruit and bring it in. Alas, sorry, what were we making before? We were selling the psychite, I believe. Yeah, the yayo. We were selling it because I didn't want to get people addicted this early. And I don't think we know how to make the herbal tea. But yeah, drugs for emergencies. Alright. There we go. Cool. Little bits of steel. Well, shit. Only 30. Yes, Possum is Masuko, whatever it was, that bandit that we captured. We finally converted Possum. Alright, speed up the time. There we go. Watch out for any predators in the area. Right. How's the kid feeling? Yeah, pretty good. Just trying to think what else is going on, really. It's just too warm to do anything. Well, I'm just going to be locking myself in the office all day and just getting on with the bullshittery editing. Nothing fascinating, to be honest. Oh, are these wild boomalopes? They are. Yeah, just loads to do. Alright. Good, good. Yep, please keep working on the traps. Right, Eggleb went to bed. Okay, heat stroke. It's faulty air. Yeah, she struggles in the heat. Did I stay for the Perseids after the eclipse? No, only briefly. I went out near midnight to look at them, but I wasn't out too long because I was really tired, and the light pollution was, yeah, blocking a lot of it. Yeah, I really do need to set a time to just go out and next year maybe look at the meteor shower properly, or the next meteor shower. What have I been cooking recently? I've been making some pasta sauce with tomato and the sliced chard stalks. So there's a type of leafy vegetable from the Mediterranean that's growing in my garden called chard, ruby chard, and I like to chop up the stems and cook them into pasta, like vegetable tomato pasta sauce. Also, on my windowsill, I've got 3 plates which are covered in Moneymaker tomatoes from my garden. I took the Moneymaker tomatoes and I cut them in half, sprinkled some salt on them, and then left them facing upwards with anti-insect netting over the top of them. I'm making sun-dried tomatoes. So they're shriveling in the sun. They look a bit gross, to be honest. I'm not so sure I like the look of them so far. But I'm hoping to keep most of them, of course. Keep them nice and dried and preserved. And, yeah. Also, I tried making jam. I went to go pick some blackberries with my mum, but honestly, there weren't that many. I'm guessing well, it wasn't that there weren't that many. They were quite shriveled and small. Like last year, there was a bumper crop of them. We're going to go back and pick some more. And I mixed up, so I picked 900 grams of blackberries. And I mixed that with 900 grams of sugar. So half golden caster sugar and half granulated sugar. And I cooked them in a saucepan. So crushed them up in a saucepan, mixed them up and cooked them to about 103 degrees. I was making jam. And despite everything going smoothly, and I put them in 3 jam jars, it didn't set. Normally, when you make jam, you've got to add something called pectin, which is like the setting agent or whatever it is. But I didn't do it last year, and it turned out fine. Pectin is naturally occurring. Twitten sent me some notes from her mum. I might have overcooked the jam, maybe. Maybe I should have added pectin this time. I don't know. But yeah, it's runny. It hasn't set into proper jam. I mean, it's still edible. Just have to spread it a bit more carefully on the toast. Yeah, it's weird. Right, how's the away team? Egleb has gone to bed. Wonderbart, can you... Well, is it that to do nothing? Wonderbart, we need that steel. Alright. Also, a few weeks ago, I was making homemade marshmallows. They were quite interesting, and way easier than I expected. You mix up some gelatin in a bowl, and then in a saucepan you mix up some like liquid glucose and some sugar and some water and a pinch of salt. And while you're heating that through, it becomes a sort of foamy, gel-like substance. You've got to use like an electric whisk. If it starts off with like angry boiling sugar, then as you keep whisking it, it becomes this sort of frothy foam, and then eventually it becomes a thick gel that resembles like liquid marshmallow. And then you mix it with the... this is after you mix it with the gelatin. And, yeah, and then basically you end up with this marshmallow gel, and I started crushing up some dried strawberries. Some freeze-dried strawberries. I crushed them into a powder with a mortar and pestle and mixed them in. And ended up sort of pouring the marshmallow batter, I suppose, the liquid marshmallows into a mould, and then left them under a dishcloth on the kitchen surface for overnight. And it solidified into marshmallows. Chopped them into little cubes and then sprinkled them with what was it? Golden caster sugar. And took them to a family gathering as like a table offering. They went down quite well. Yeah. They went down quite well. Almost like a grown-up marshmallow, as opposed to one from a packet. As in, you pick up like a big, like couple of inches, 3 inches wide marshmallow. No, Von, like every like family members going to this family gathering, so people bring like a quiche or something. Some people bring like a quiche or maybe some drinks. My offering for the table was just a plate of marshmallows. Yeah, they seem to go down well. People like them. Thus far, the favourite thing that I've prepared for the table, though, when I go to those family gatherings, is I do this amazing spicy chicken on skewers, so little chicken kebabs, and they've gone down really well every time I do them. Yeah, like I mix together like all the spices and marinate the chicken, and then I air fry the little kebabs. I sort of use a little brush to sort of cover them in the sauce, and then I air fry them. And then I'm turning them in the air fryer to make sure they're all juicy and delicious. And every time I turn up and put them on the table, they're like gone. Oh, the whole family take them. So I sort of over-prepared last time, and I made too many. And then there was too many left. Is the wind turbine running properly? Good question. No, it's not. Good shout. Thank you. Please auto-cut. Actually, not everything, because I need animals to feed. just the trees that block it. So palm trees. Alright. Would a deep fryer work? Well, I've tried deep frying a few things so far, but the results haven't been that satisfying. I'm not doing it right. I tried making some, is it crab rangoon? Inspired by a cinematic that I saw from that Far Cry game. And it went horribly. Couldn't get them right at all. Go get some food, Eggleb. We should have bought some damn ambrosia. Alright. Yes, Warwolf, I did get the solar filter in time. Here are the pictures. Look. So that's the telescope in my mum's garden with the solar filter mounted on the front of it. I've shown it a couple of times this stream, and this is what we could see. Look, hang on. So, this is what we saw initially. With so much detail, you could see the sunspots on the surface, those little black dots. And then eventually, we saw this. Yeah, all the kids were fascinated. So that I had my my brother's kids there and their friend. And yeah, we got to see big old eclipse. Again, it was much clearer down the view screen than me with my phone. It was incredible. It was really, really incredible to see it that close. Yeah, with such magnification. Yeah. It was cool. It was very, very cool. Right, hang on. But I hope everyone had a nice eclipse. No, there were sunspots. In fact, if you go to the website The Sky Live and select major objects and then the sun, you get NASA's satellite image, the daily satellite image of the sun and many planets. They've got like daily satellite images of many planets. But yeah, you can see the sunspots that we saw. In fact, I'll link it for you. I'll save you the trouble. Hang on. Sky Live. Where is it? The sun. So major object, the sun. Have a look. Linked. Have a look at that. So that is the current date. Yeah, so those were the sunspots we could see. So the sun is rotating once every 25 days. So it's steadily moving and we can see, yeah, we can see the sunspots. All right. Eggleb is trying to go swimming, trying to relax. All right. Yes, Possum, I tried to make crab rangoon and it did not go well. I tried so many different things, but I just couldn't make them tasty. I bought these little dumpling wrappers, and in them, so crab rangoon consists of, is it shallots or garlic or onion? So you take one of those. I think I tried all of them in the end. It's crab meat. So you take crab meat. So I tried imitation crab meat. I tried real crab meat. Then you mix it with cream cheese and pepper, I think. So I tried regular cream cheese, low-fat cream cheese. I tried salted cream cheese. I tried different ratios between the crab meat and the cream cheese. And then you wrap it in a dumpling. And I tried air frying them and then serving them with plum sauce. And I also tried deep frying them. And even poking little holes in them to sort of let the air out and then deep frying them. And then I did a combination of giving them a little air fry and then... Oh, sorry. Yeah, a little bit of air frying and then deep fry them afterwards. It went horribly every time. When they were air fried, they were sometimes slimy and weird, like the texture wasn't right. And when they were deep fried, it was like taking a bite out of a crusty, burnt piece of crap. And when I put in too much cream cheese, it was gooey and disgusting. So it's vexed me. I couldn't get it right. I couldn't get the recipe right. I tried like 4 different attempts, so I need to try a 5th attempt. I will crack them. Hi there, Naughty. Hope you're well. Yes, crab sad goon. Yes. Okay, heat stroke. Yeah, faulty air again. Now, this is not going quickly, is it? I mean, 150 steel is nothing. We're not going to get anywhere with 150 steel. But you guys can't stay there for much longer. We've got to get you back home. You're going to run out of food. Okay. Good. So, Sir Hook, the author, is planting lots of psychoid leaves so we can sell the drugs. So, Blue Nose Bear has nearly finished getting these traps operational. I'm going to make one tiny change. Could you please move this trap, not here. Move it somewhere where people are unlikely to keep tripping on it. Okay. Faultier's cleaning. I mean, that's just pig filth, isn't it? Do you really care about that? Not really. Yeah, don't worry about that. You're going to be cleaning after the animals for a long time, Faultier, if we assign that to the home zone. Don't worry about it. There we go. Let that get all filthy. Leave the fence in the home zone. Okay. Right. Sorry, I'm sort of eyeing up the time, folks, because I've got to go get on with editing in a minute. And I'm also sitting on my bladder. I'm desperate to pee. Alright. Rindred once made some pork dumpling wontons. Ooh. The one thing you learned was that water chestnut is too hard for deep frying in food. Even minced, it was like eating tiny rocks. Oh dear. Oh, you've just reminded me, Rindred. It's been a long time since I've made sweet and sour meatballs. I liked making pork sweet and sour meatballs, which I would mix with... So I would grind up brown bread. And so breadcrumbs and pork mince. And... Oh, shit. Manhunter pack. Where? Oh, fuck. Right where it's not good to have. A pack of manhunting rats have arrived. Can we defeat them? How many? Is it just one? Wildlife. Okay, 2. We can handle them. We can handle 2. Right. Wanderbart? Fuck, he's gone for a wander. Because I didn't put him back on the right... Run. Run, 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 run. The child has wandered. The Wanderbart child has wandered. Eggleb, get over here now. Where are the rats? Oh, he should be able to outrun them. They could be fast, though. They're fast. No. Oh, fuck off if he dies to rats. They're fast. They're so fast. Run. Run, child. Run. Eggleb, get down there. Get ready. He's fast too, though. Okay, pull back. Right, can we find a little... Run, 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 run. Can we find a little cubby to hide in? Like a little single... Okay, there are the insects over there. Don't go anywhere near them. Okay, you should be able to outrun them. Keep running, Wander. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Right, get ready to... No, there's no time to fling a grenade. Fuck it, we're just going to have to go into melee. Okay, Eggleb, run towards it. Right, melee that down. Don't throw a grenade until I give you an express order. Okay, did it kill it? He didn't kill it yet. Okay, run this way. Good job. It's not dead yet. Okay, melee. Well done. We're okay. Any injuries? 2 nasty bites. Okay. We need to get those treated quickly. Trouble is, there's no one that can give you good treatment. Okay. Treat yourself quickly. But we need to get ready to get home. Just in case you get an infection. Okay, tend to yourself. Go get the medicine. Yep. Where were you bitten? You were bitten in your torso and your leg. If the torso gets infected, you're a dead man. Preach health. I will if he gets infected. A Zen killer, bear with me. I'm on the 4th week of work on Valheim bullshittery. It's 35 minutes long, so it's a chonker. Nevertheless, if you can't wait, the first 35 minutes... Shit. The first 35 minutes is available on Patreon and in the Discord below for the Twitch subscribers, with no text or animation, so it's just the scenes. Sorry, please bear with me. I'm absolutely desperate for a piss. I'm just going to run. Hang on. One of the really awkward things about the particular layout of this bungalow is the fact that the window in front of the toilet. So the toilet is facing the window, and the window is one of those, not like sash windows, but it's got like the opening from the top thing. But as I'm standing taking a piss, my eye line is exactly, and I do mean exactly, where the opening of the window is. So I get a view as I pee. The problem is the view is quite literally my neighbour's front door. So as they're coming and going, I'm just taking a leak. It's like, morning! When they step out in the morning. Yeah, a scenic piss at the comings and goings of my neighbour. Also, I briefly spoke to another neighbour this morning. It's how I found out about the fact that my telescope usage, the rumours of my telescope, is currently spreading up and down the street because they mentioned it to me. But they also, we talked briefly about, I've not really spoken to this neighbour much before, but they own this massive bushy cat called Tango. And Lulu does not like Tango. Lulu growls and snarls whenever Tango goes past, in the garden. Like, get out of my garden. Anyway, so the neighbour offhandedly remarked that Tango could probably take on Lulu. And I was like, yeah, I agree. Because Tango is massive. And apparently, according to the neighbour, Tango even went after a fox one time. So, yes, I think it's a case of I need to protect Lulu from Tango, not the other way around. Ooh, and briefly, yesterday, as I was carrying my stuff back to the car, in order to leave my mum's house with the telescope, I was graced with a cat. It came up to me, and I gave it some strokes. It's been a long time since I got to pet a cat. It was such a cute cat. And then it rolled onto its back to expose its belly. And I was like, do I rub the belly? Don't cats attack you if you rub the belly? And so I gently touched the belly, and then it sprung up, and it looked like it was unfurling its claws to slash me. And I was like, I don't want to touch the belly. Okay. Right, we have a bit of steel. We should probably get back. Because the food is getting... We need the food for the journey. Okay, yeah. Let's get back. That's enough for now. Okay, so could both of you please get out of there? Right, so caravan, form caravan, come back home. All of the alpaca. Both of you. Right, yep, all of the remaining pemmican. And then as much steel as you can carry. Okay. So you should make it just fine. What about, any other chunks in the area that you could grab? How much can you actually... Yeah, hang on a minute. Sorry, before we do that. If I just zoom out. Chunks. I'm looking for, no metal chunks? Weird. None? I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Scrap? What's it called again? Slag? Mechanoid slag? What's it called again? Is it metal? Okay, weird. Normally it's scattered about, as common as the rock. Can't see any. Metal slag. Weird. Okay, very weird. Never mind. Maybe it's because maybe it would be a bit unbalanced if we had both veins and, slag. Alright. So form... yeah, sorry, that's what I meant, Alkama. That's what threw me. I was like, do I have to assign it to the home zone or something? Weird. Alright, never mind. Alright, grab all of the available steel. Leave the chunks. Leave the wood. Yeah. And off you go. Let's go. Right. So for those joining the stream, Egleb, the medieval lordling, has been bitten by some rats on his torso and his leg. I'm just a bit worried that it's going to get infected. His medical skill is piss, and we've got herbal meds, and we're in a jungle. Wonderbart is a 12-year-old boy with grenades. Yeah, get the animals together, get the pemmican, get the fuck out of there. Yeah, that's a good shout, Master. We should next time when we get back, try to break down those turrets. Okay. Well, the food situation is looking pretty good. Oh, we should get that alpaca wool. Don't let it deteriorate in the rain. It's pretty good for making clothing that's... Wait, is it... Does it resist heat? Protects well from the heat. Yeah. We're going to need some of that. Alright. Right. Get together quickly, get that steel, get it packed atop the elephant. There we go. Thank you, Social the Elephant. Thank you, Raccoon Jojo. That's very kind of you, Raccoon Jojo. You watched the latest bullshit or you had laugh attacks. Good to hear it. Glad you liked it. And thank you, C. Foster, a while ago. Yeah. Sorry, Raccoon, when you say the latest bullshittery, do you mean DayZ or the Valheim one that I've just made a draft of? Yeah, so there's no text and animations on the Valheim one yet. The DayZ one, yeah. Well, you're a subscriber, Raccoon, so feel free to have a look at the Valheim one if you well, obviously it's going to spoil the bullshittery. But, yeah. There we go. Grab him. Let's go. Oops. There we go. Right, you guys get home as quickly as you can. Thank you, Sir Jerson. Right, okay, so good. Okay, then, yeah, most of the bunkers are built now, but we don't have a connecting corridor here and here. What's that? Sorry, slate. Same story. Okay. Please cancel. Cancel this, please. Cancel that, please. Make it out of slate instead. Save the limestone for the traps. There we go. And then I'll put doors here. So for those not familiar with what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to make little pop-out locations where we pop out, we shoot, we fall back and seal the doors. Pop out, shoot, fall back, seal the doors, put traps, make them bleed. Later on, of course, as the colony gets larger, we'll have even further ones. So like we'll have like an open area here, pop out, shoot, fall back. Trying to make it as prickly as possible for the enemy to get near. But at the same time, we do want the enemy to get near. If we just build a kill box and let them file in and kill them all, there's no drama. If there's no drama, then RimWorld gets kind of boring really quickly. We need to stack the odds in our favor, but not rig the game so that we cannot lose. Okay, caravan's on its way back. Hell, some of the most interesting games I've had is where we did lose. Caloma's Creek was fascinating. I lost a very mature colony, suffering something like 4 massive raids in quick succession. The third broke it. The fourth was just the killing blow. Holy shit. Alright. But yeah, the last playthrough was the one that I don't think we're going to be able to top. Wait, we need to get this harvested. I found the escape ship on the ice, and I built a fortress around it. And we did the escape ship event, the final power up the ship event. What a fight. It was glorious. Alright. Okay, thank you, Possum, for making that limestone. Blue-nosed bear, the janitor, is using it to make some limestone traps, but I don't think they're particularly efficient, nor high damage compared to steel. But we've got to make do with what what we've got. Shit, the smoke leaf rotted. Shit, we didn't turn it into... Oh, weird. Why didn't we do that? Hang on. Oh, I guess I never added a job. Weird. That was silly. Damn it. Low power again. Low wind. Okay. We need to expand the power, everything. Research. We're meant to be researching the solar panels, but Egleb is away. Yeah, exactly, Albino. Yeah. When you're struggling, when you're just on the edge of it, where it's challenging you. You've probably seen me in challenged mode. What phrasing on that? You're probably going to argue that it's 100 all the time I'm in challenge mode. But when it's clear that I'm barely hanging on, when I'm having to use every tiny ounce of my experience to survive, is when it gets. I think RimWorld is at its most interesting. Where every backup plan of the backup plan of is being implemented. When it's down to the wire, it's really good. Okay. What's that for? Animal sleeping spot? I can't remember why we put those there. You too, Delta Force. Yeah, looking at the time, I have to finish. Can I get the away team back? Maybe? Bring them back quickly. Shit. Oh no, Scaria. Ah! Egleb does have an infection. Scaria infection? Scaria? What do you mean, Scaria? 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 Doesn't mean what I think it does it? Scaria infection? Caused by the Scaria bacterium. If not treated, the infection will eventually drive the host into a berserk rage. Oh my god. I wasn't even aware that humans can be infected with Scaria. Fuck. Yeah, get him back now. He's treated himself. We need the decent meds, and we don't have many decent meds. Fuck. That's cool. They've added Scaria infection. Shit. Okay. Get him back as quickly as we can. How quickly does it progress? Wow. That's really moving. It's going to take you how long to get home? Less than a day. Hurry. Major break risk. Possum. What's wrong, Possum? Possum is ravenously hungry and hot. Well, go eat something. Take off the damn parka. Take off the parka. No wonder you're hot. Go get the t-shirt on. There we go. There you go. Yeah. Yes, it feels Batman. Yes, yes. Alright. Quickly, get back. Oh my god. He's already 10% infected, 9% immune. The infection is winning. Get Egleb back now. It's about to be nightfall. They mustn't stop for night. How much meds? We've got 4 decent meds. That's it. Okay. Who insulted Possum? You've been directly insulted. Well, then, what an awful person. Who insulted you? Don't know. It's been a while. Ooh. Fuck! If we lose another one. If we lose another one. Alright. Manually, B-Wisser. Sorry, I know it's not fully up to date. Okay. Hurry, get back here quickly. 22% infected, 20% immune. But don't self-tend. So don't give yourself the herbal meds in the next 8 hours. Get back quickly. Okay, you're on your way. 27%, 25%. You need to preach health. Can you preach health to yourself? 31. Oh, you might. Right, here, you're here. Quick. Okay, where are you? You're close. Okay, just immediately drop what you're doing. Can you preach health to yourself? No, you can't. Okay. Just get it quickly. Go, go, go. Fuck. Wonderbart. No time, bro. Rope. Can you drop the animals? Can I order you to drop the animals? Yeah, there we go. Drop the animals and run. Run straight into bed. Run. Don't stop. Just run. Okay, Wonderbart, you need to rope these alpaca. Bring them in. There's another alpaca. Gave birth on the way, I'm guessing. Right, run, 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 run.
Shit, low power again? My god, even with all the lights off. Okay, start turning off any additional power drawing machines. Where's Faultier? Faultier's fishing. Faultier, can you get in here and start switching off everything? And switch on the emergency generator. Okay, Gleb, go. Run. Okay. Blue Nose Bear, on your feet. Run. I authorize the use of real medicine, not herbal fucking medicine. Get over there. Wait, is there not 4 hours until... Oh my god. We might lose him. He's already... Fuck, are we going to have to go look at the flowers, George? Fuck. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, tending expires. Tending can be treated soon. He can't preach health on himself. Okay, quickly. Now. Don't arrest. Tend. Decent meds. Okay, quickly. So Blue Nose Bear, the space janitor. His temperature is rising, I presume. In a little bit of pain, and his sight is starting to fail. Weakened sight. Oh, it could just be that scratch from that peafowl. Okay. Right, did you bring back the alpaca? Where are the alpaca? They are currently alpaca. Good, they're in the pen. Well done. Okay. So 46% infected, 41% immune. Right, he's watching TV. Rare thrombos. 50% infected, 48% immune. No, Egleb! Christ. Do not move. We will bring you food. Sir Hook, bring him food. He's your follower after all. He followed you here. Oh no, psychic drone. Where, here? Yeah, here. Fuck. It's gonna make people grumpy. Very grumpy. There we go. Have a chat with him. Talking to him about learning blackjack and recreation. Okay, quickly bring him some ambrosia. Administer ambrosia. Wait, is he a teetotaler? No. He's a teetotaler. Fuck. He'll get really upset if I give that to him. Oh, rendering. Okay, so his scaria infection is in major stage now. 60% okay, now he might be beating it. 59.7%. Okay, his immunity is overtaken. Whoa. Oh, okay. He's going to be okay. I think he's going to be okay. Barely, yeah. He's going to be okay. Oh, that was a good job I left quickly, eh? If we'd stuck around mining... Okay, possum. Nope. Everyone's back in the danger 2 zone. Don't go too far. Okay. Yeah, we might need to treat him one more time. Yeah, you're right. Okay. He made it. So this stream, we've managed to successfully recruit Possum, the bandit, who's now joined us in a melee capacity. We sent off an away team south of us, where we're trying to acquire some steel. We found a source of it, but obviously we can't mine it easily. We've bought a little bit of steel back, but we had to abandon that because we were running low on food, and also Egleb, the medieval lordling, was infected with scaria, or rather had 2 rat bites, and we got him back quick enough to treat him before he went all frothy mouth on us. So we're just still scraping through. Right. Okay. A single boomalope can fuel 2.4 generators. You don't have to keep your generator closed. Oh, yeah? Well, I do want to accrue chem fuel. It's valuable, Ral. Yeah. Cool. Good to know I can build more, though, in a pinch. Right. Thank you for watching, folks. I need to fuck off because I've got to go animate Valheim today, so I'm working on Valheim bullshittery. I'm trying to plan a game of something this evening, so at 8 o'clock I'm hoping, touch wood, that a game of something will happen. But, yeah, we'll see. It should be quite interesting if it goes, so do tune in at 8 o'clock if you want to watch a multiplayer something with a bunch of us. But I must admit, it is very difficult trying to get a large number of us, available at the same time, so bear with us. Right. I will leave you in the company of... Hang on. Who's doing what? So, Edberg is on doing Days Gone, and Alistair is on doing his Weeb Dark Souls. So I'll leave you with him. Right. So this is Alistair doing Weeb Dark Souls. Thank you again. Have a good afternoon. Time for me to get on with Valheim bullshittery editing on week number 4. Oh, hang on. Of course I'm going to leave you on this picture. Wait a minute. There we go. Week number 4. Off I go. I'll look like this while editing. Just picture this as me. Here we go.